Oh hey, didn't see you there. What is up guys, it's Ripped Robby, and boy do I have a story for you guys. But before I get to that story, I want to thank you guys for all the support you have been showing me lately on these type of videos where I just talk about stuff or tell you guys a story. The likes and views have been outstanding on them, and I honestly love it guys. Thank you so much. Now some of you guys might already know, the last few days I have been going fishing a lot, like almost every day. Fishing is just something I really enjoy to do, and I'm sure a lot of you guys enjoy to do it. It's fun. It's generally fun to catch fish. Well, my younger brother, he got himself a 12-foot John boat with no motor. It's just a John boat. It floats. It has only one small leak in it, but it takes like a whole day to fill it up with water if you take it out. So it's fine. You can take it out in the water. Well, I had a bright idea, you know, instead of spending a bunch of money on a motor, we go and get a small trolling motor because it's a small boat to push it around. And that was good. We got a big battery with it, got the trolling motor, got everything, and I took it out by myself one day and it was perfectly fine. I caught a bunch of trout. I was out there for about 6-7 hours with that one little trolling motor on that battery, and I was scooting around the ocean. I get back home, I unload everything, I unload the boat. The battery went from 100% down to only 75% with 6 hours of using that trolling motor. I was like, that's awesome, man, that everything went perfect. All right, you can go with me tomorrow. To my little brother, I was telling him, go with me tomorrow fishing, and it'll be fun. I'll go back out to where I just went, and we'll catch a lot more trout. It'll be fun. Boy, was I wrong, as you know from the title of this video. Anyways, everything goes smooth. It's a kind of stormy day where it's just cloudy. No rain, no thunderstorms, no nothing. It was just cloudy and windy, and it was kind of cold. But other than that, it was a perfect day. Everything was going well. We didn't forget a damn thing. We had all the fishing poles, we had the battery, and guess what? We had a second trolling motor, so now we could scoot even faster. I was happy, I was excited to do it all. We're joking, it's me and my brother. We get to where we unload the boat at, and we take the boat, we put it in the water, we get the battery, we put it in the back, we hook the trolling motors to the back of the boat, and we get all our fishing poles and bait and everything. We get in the boat and we push off. We scoot off in the water. We start using the trolling motors. Everything's fine. Trolling motors, they both work fine. We get going. We go out for about an hour because the boat is slow. It's just 2 trolling motors. If you don't know what trolling motors are, they're small ass fucking little motors used to just sneak the boat around or barely move like bigger boats. But we're out there. We hit a couple spots on the way and we stop. We throw the anchor out and we fish. We caught a couple trout. We were catching some fish and it was awesome. But today I decided, you know, we got 2 trolling motors. Let's adventure even farther because we can get out there faster and everything. It'll be fun. We'll catch probably big ass fish and it'll be awesome. So we go farther. We catch some fish. We're happy. We go even farther. We catch some fish. We're happy. We go a little bit farther. We catch more fish and we're happy. And after about 3-4 hours of fishing and going out farther, I'm like, all right, well, it's time to turn around. We caught plenty of fish. It's a long ride back on this slow 12-foot John boat with trolling motors. And we start going back. And on the way back, I see someone's dock and it looks perfect. I wanted a redfish, and redfish will hang around the docks when it's colder. And I'm like, yeah, all right, cast near that bit, catch a redfish. I wanted my little brother to catch it because it would be cool. He casts over there, he does it a couple times, he's casting, he's reeling in a little bit, casting, reeling in a little bit, trying to catch a redfish. And all this time I'm just watching him, and I don't realize, but I have the motors going, and we're not even moving. We're literally just sitting dead in the water. Like, we were going even. The stream was coming pretty hard, but the trolling motors were keeping us, like, literally sitting still because they were dying down. And I didn't realize that. He's still casting, trying to catch redfish. We're just sitting in the middle of water. And after about 5 minutes of that, I'm like, dude, we're not even moving. Why aren't we moving? He starts dying laughing because he thought it was funny, you know, we're not moving. Like the stream, I thought the stream was just too strong and it wasn't letting us go up with the 2 trolling motors. Well, come to realize the battery died. And I'm like, oh great, what do we do now? We're looking at the trolling motors. The second trolling motor I brought was an older motor, and guess what? It kills the battery within 2 hours. Versus mine, the one that I recently bought, kills it in 12 hours. So in 2 hours of time, that older trolling motor killed the battery. Now we're down to like a barely moving trolling motor. We're not even moving in the water, and we're stuck. And I'm like, great, we're stranded. What are we gonna do? Awesome. The boat has a small leak in it too, so it does fill up every now and again. And yet I was scooping water out, trying to make the boat lighter. And then there's a goddamn block of wood, and I'm trying to scoot us along on each side with the block of wood, and it's not working. The stream's strong as fuck. And the worst part of this, oh my god, the worst part of this, guys, my arms are still sore right now. We had about a 20-pound anchor that we used, and it had a long rope on it, maybe like a 20-foot rope on it. I had to pull up that anchor, guys. Pull it up and then fling it as hard as I could forward. And then it'll hit the water, it'll sink. And when it hits the water, guys, it makes a splash. And water's getting all over us and shit because we're just in a small boat. But I throw it, it does that, it splashes us, it sinks to the bottom, it hits, have to wait for it to get caught on some shit. And then I'd pull this up to where it is. And then I'd have to hurry and pull the anchor out of the water. When I pull the anchor out of the water, the current pushes us back some too. So it was like a never-ending process, and I'd have to throw it back forward. I did that for about an hour and 30 minutes, guys. An hour and 30 minutes of that. My arms are so sore, my back is sore, everything's sore. And after an hour and a half of that, we only moved like 200 feet maybe. And it was such a pain in the fucking ass, guys. And the whole time, my little brother's over there dying, laughing, and I'm like, you motherfucker. I'm throwing the anchor, pulling us up. I'm like, this is fucking stupid. We were so far from at least a dock that we could get to so I could walk to my truck and then pull my truck over there and load the boat and everything. We were trying to get to this dock that we used to fish off of, and it was so far away, guys, and you have no idea how long it would have taken if I had to throw that anchor and pull us. Thankfully, there was an older man. There's houses out there that are on like islands. I live in Florida, if you didn't know. There's houses out there on islands that aren't connected to anything. So they practically live on the island. So boats are always like going back and forth to those houses because that's their transportation. That's how they get to town. Anyways, an older guy comes out there. He's like, you guys stranded? We're like, yeah. And at first he walks away and I thought he went inside. I honestly thought he wasn't going to help. I thought he went inside. I'm like, motherfucker. But then 2 seconds later, here he comes on his little, it looked like a canoe with a little 5 horsepower motor on it. And he got a golden retriever sitting on the front. The golden retriever is cute as fuck. But he had that golden retriever sitting on the front. He comes and we throw him a rope and he pulls us all the way to the dock. Thank God for that guy. That was fucking clutch mode. Much respect to that guy. Let me see in the comments respect to that old guy. He honestly saved us because I have no idea how long it would have taken us to get to dock or if anybody would have ever came by and actually helped us because there was no boats going by. And oh my God, man, that was terrible. We had barely had service on our phones. I didn't want to get my phone wet. I thought I was really going to have to get on that water, get it behind the boat, and kick my feet to paddle that fucking boat. It was getting to that point, that much seriousness, and it was crazy. But yeah, guys, that's the craziness that has happened the last few days to me when I went fishing. I figured I'd share a story with you guys since you guys like these type of videos, and honestly, I wanted you guys to know. Lesson learned. Always bring a paddle with you on a boat. We didn't bring one because we were unprepared, but always bring a paddle with you on the boat. Always make sure you have like a radio or something to radio help because that would have sucked. I would have been stranded in the ocean. That would not have been fun at all. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. It was the struggle for real, so drop a like for me if you could. That would brighten my day. I love all you guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.